every time that I go through a breakup, Facebook Marketplace will not stop sending me listings for swords. That is a bad sign. That's how the algorithm tells white guys it's time to give up. That's how they're like, you're not gonna have sex ever again. Get ready to master the blades. That's your thing now. A few years ago, I was dating this girl when I used to live in DC, and I was dating her, and she asked me what Harry Potter house I was in, because these are the questions you get asked when you're difficult to communicate with. I'm very hard to get a straight answer out of, so the people closest to me have to squirrel it out of me with answers to BuzzFeed quizzes. And I was honest with her. I was like, yeah, the last time I took one of those quizzes, I got Slytherin. And then my then girlfriend made eye contact with me and was like, oh, I could really see that for you because like you're selfish, but in a cowardly way. So those quizzes fucking work. I was a really anxious kid. I was anxious all the time. I was like a fat and anxious kid. Those are like my two defining traits in elementary school. And they all crystallized together on the same day. It crystallized. It was in the 5th grade, and it was during a school shooting drill. They brought in some guys from the sheriff's office to simulate being a school shooter. We had to like shelter in place. We had to hide from them. You know, it's just like a little drill. I tried to hide under my desk, but my body was too large and gave away my position. So then my 5th grade teacher looked at me and was like, you need to take this seriously or you'll be the first to go. So I'm medicated. Oh, fuck, I don't want to kick that. He's going to fucking kill me. No, dude, I am medicated, and I'm on my meds, but this is a joke I wrote when I wasn't on my meds. Hey, anyone here ever go off your meds for half a year without telling anyone, or am I the only one here who eats pussy? So we're back and we're better, but that's where I was at about a year ago. That's where I was the last time I lived in the city. I lived in DC for 2 years right after college. I liked it a lot. I liked my time living in DC. DC is such an interesting city. It's the only city where you can ask people what's it like to live there. And like, oh, you know, it's like fine. Like the parks are cool. The food's pretty good. I don't know, there's like a dark energy beneath all of it that'll consume you if you stay for too long. There's like an evil undercurrent to every single person you meet here. You're like, what do you do at Raytheon? No, for real, what do you do at Raytheon? Guys, I have a security clearance. That's how much this fucking city sucks. I lived here for 2 years and I'm the one up here and I had a security clearance. This city should fall into the ocean. Not really, sorry about all the return to office stuff, but they should fall into the fucking ocean. I filled my bathtub with trout so that I could fish while I'm on the toilet. You guys jumped the fucking judgment. We all heard the oh. You guys, hey. I'm the fucking voice of my generation. And yeah, I'm 24. I don't know why I look like this either. I quit cigarettes. That was the deal. So I filled my bathtub with trout so that I could fish while I'm using the toilet. But then my landlord came in and he said, hey, no pets on the lease. And I said, buddy, it doesn't count as a pet if there's no hair. So that's that joke. When I was in high school, I feel like the coolest piece of clothing that you could own around the time I was going to high school was like a hoodie that had your name on the back, like it was a jersey. Yeah, just like specific thing like suburban high school. So it would have like the football team or the track team on the front, and you would have your name on the back, and you wear it around town to let everybody around town know what team you were on. I had one of these hoodies for marching band because I fucked. Dude, I did, and I love my hoodie so much. I wore it every day, and I still have the hoodie, but I don't wear it anymore because it aged really poorly, because my last name really is White. Like, my full name is Zack White, and my high school mascot really was Redskin. So I still have a hoodie with a very racist drawing of a Native American man on the front, and the word white on the back to let people know what team I'm on. It is an indoor hoodie. Dude, I live in Brooklyn. I'm not risking that shit. That's from my Ohio years, and I treasure it, but it's gone, and we move past things. Some things stay in the past, like grandma. Some of them just like, some grandmas won't stop doing the voice. And you know the voice I'm talking about, and it's like, if she would just stop doing the voice. So anyways, yeah, I had that hoodie. No, I'm not gonna try to transition that back. I did the grandma bit. Any guys, the Property Brothers have no, for real, we're moving on. I don't remember the rest of the bit. Anyone seen the Property Brothers new show? The Property Brothers have a new show on HGTV. I watched it a few times. It's called Don't Leave Your House. I don't know if anyone's familiar. It is a real show. It's called Don't Leave Your House by the Property Brothers. The premise is the Property Brothers will find a family with like a really shitty, dilapidated house, and the family really needs a new place to live. But then what they'll do is they'll fix up their house so it's nice again, so they don't have to get another house. Guys, the Property Brothers are out of houses. We're all fucked. If a guy named Jeff Housing tells you times are tough, you buckle down and you get ready. That's not the best. I agree with you guys. I'm 6 foot, and like it's really important to me that I'm 6 foot, but I'm only like no, that's not how that bit goes. This is how the bit goes. It's been a minute. I used to have a mustache. I used to be like a mustache guy, but now I have the full beard. And I had to grow out the full beard because I don't have good enough posture to have a mustache. Like there is such a big difference between a guy with good posture and a mustache and a guy with bad posture and a mustache. Good posture with a mustache is just like, haha, I smoke cigarettes in a healthy way. Do you like music? Bad posture with a mustache is like, can I smell you? You look like you smell like my sister. Do you want to see my bug collection? I keep them alive so they stay fresh for me. I think the worst feeling in the world, I did see Nathan dab in the back. I think the worst feeling in the world is when you go to tickle somebody and they're not ticklish. A couple of fucking freaks out there. A couple of people agree. No one ever agrees to that bit. Everyone's always scared to relate to that bit. It's always just like one dude in the corner that looks like me. It's like, this guy gets it! Revolution, brother! I love tickling people because, like, as a man, there's like a dream. As a man, there's a dream that if you tickle your buddy just right, he melts into a big giggly mess, and then you're the alpha of the friend group, and all your problems are gone. Everyone will finally see you as strong. I don't know, but I just like I want to clarify, like, I'm not a fucking freak, okay, guys? I'm normal. Like, I don't. I'm like good. I'm good. I'm medicated. I don't tickle strangers. I only tickle my friends. And guys that really look like my friends from the back. A couple of freaks agree with that too. We've all been there. This is a relatable bit. We all go, you are like a few beers deep into a bar. You see your friend Brian. You get a silly little idea. You get your hand pretty far inside of Brian. And then he turns around and it's like a different guy. The fuck is that about? And he's like mad at you for what you're doing? I remember the rest of the hoodie bit. So anyways, and like it's a racist hoodie. And like my high school, we got in the Washington Post like multiple times for our racist mascot because it was around the time the Commanders were changing their mascot. So like they put my high school in as like, oh, this is another thing that's going through the same change. And you know, all I'm saying is like, that is the only way my public school in Southwest Ohio was ever gonna get in the Washington Post. There's never gonna be an expose that's like they're doing their best. I was like, yeah, no, like my high school did a lot of shit that I didn't like. It was a public school in Ohio. They didn't fucking ask me that. Like, they didn't ask me to make the mascot racist. They also didn't ask me to put the military recruiters in the cafeteria. It's like, that's where they recruit you for the U.S. Army, is the public school cafeteria, where you're at your lowest. They bring like the Marines and they get like the pull-up bars at lunch. You guys have that, where it's like you just be eating your sandwich and you'd look over and you'd be like, oh man, Trent's doing a fuck ton of pull-ups. That guy's gonna be a Marine. And like the whole point of it is they're just like trying to like get like young boys to feel physically strong in public to capitalize on that emotion Then later you see Trent in class and no one's talking about how strong he is anymore and he's just like hunched over with anger and you're like, Trent's gonna be a problem. Trent's gonna be a whoopsies.